welcome to another episode of Just Saying with Justin Martindale. I am Justin Martindale, obviously, and today we have a wonderful, wonderful guest. You've seen her on such shows as Full House.
Such shows as
Fuller House.
Yes.
Hollywood Darlings,
yes.
where I played a porn director. You were not there on set, and I was very bummed.
I know. I'm so bummed. But you were amazing. I
Thank
saw
you.
you. I wish Hollywood Darlings went longer.
It was really fun. And I really did well with a dildo on my desk, you know?
You know what? Everyone does better with a dildo on their desk. I'm just saying.
The more you know.
Yeah.
The fabulous Jodie Sweetin. Everybody.
I love that we got that in before we even said my fucking name.
We just throw dildos on the desk before we get to your actual
That's
name.
actually how I like to make an entrance into a room, is just to have people throw dildos just onto the desk before I enter, and then
Are you watching The Boys? Are you watching The Boys on Amazon Prime?
You know what? My fiance has been watching it, and I haven't watched it, but I did read like some of the articles. But I know it's way, way out there, and I know
It's so out there.
And I know episode 3, the shrinking moment.
The which one?
Where somebody shrinks down.
Oh, that's the first episode.
The first episode.
That's
Yeah.
the very first episode.
Yeah, I read the article about that, and I was like, maybe I should go back and watch this because.
Oh, there's dildos, there's orgies. It's way fun. It's exactly what this world needs right now.
I mean, that's exactly what sounds good to me on a weekend.
Yes. Before you have to refer to me as of Justin.
Yes.
I mean, yeah. We need comedy and like entertainment because the world is on fire.
They've come to the wrong show then.
I know. God. But you had, let's get into it. You had a very crazy weekend. I feel like the rest of the world did too. And I DM'd you and was like, hey, do you want to come do my podcast? You were like, sure. And that was last Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah,
and then like all of a sudden we're like, how much can the world change in 2-3 days?
A lot.
And then I went to the beach on Sunday.
Oh, yeah.
And then I'm getting like screenshots of you. Now, what did you do? Let's go through your weekend.
Well, look, this is what I'll say about it because I've talked about it so much and I hate talking. It feels I don't know, self-indulgent or weird especially because I know how many people are out there and have been committed every single day out there in the streets, particularly here in Los Angeles, really doing the work for women's rights, for human rights, for our LGBTQ family, for our Black Lives Matter family, for our BIPOC and Indigenous community. And so like for me to come out there and like little white girl got shoved down and everyone's clutching their pearls, great. If it gets people involved and like passionate about why we're out there and what's going on. This weekend we were marching for abortion rights, obviously reproductive rights, reproductive freedom. Yes, I know it's still legal here in California. Thank you for the comment.
For now.
Well, but that's the thing is I'm like, yeah, but that means it's dependent upon some state legislature, and I don't want that. And
I know.
There's a whole list of things, and this is a comedy podcast, so I won't go into it.
This is, you know what? It's an entertainment pop culture podcast, but everyone's talking about this stuff, and I think it matters.
But no, I have been involved in on the ground protests and street protesting for the last few years now. I've been out before, obviously, but only the past 3 years, 3-4 years, I've been really more committed to it, and. I think right now we need to sustain some mass protests in the streets. I think people who think it doesn't work have forgotten, just how effective civil rights movements were, how effective women's strikes were in Poland recently, Mexico City. I mean, women shut it down. We can't.
That's right. They did.
They did, and I think it's an interesting. Americans are strangely apathetic about their power for a democratic power. They're sort of like, nah, it's all right. We'll just let other people decide. And
what can I do?
You're like, that's not how this works.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was out there, and we had a good group out there, and anyway, I was coming back across back across the police line there, and just kind of got tossed a little bit, but it happens. I mean, and I say that because. If people are horrified by that, I would ask you to watch some of the footage of what has happened to protesters over the last 100 years. Protesters never seem to, fare pretty well against the police. But
unless you're Kendall Jenner with a Pepsi.
I'm a Diet Coke girl.
Yeah.
No,
But I mean, it does take a lot to just be like, you know what, I'm doing this today. I mean,
well, I was out there Friday night. I mean, I was out there Friday night with some people. I was out there Saturday. I'm loud, and I'm not
pissed.
an organizer. I'm not, I'm just a loud bitch with a megaphone, and so that was what happened. So anyway, I'm fine. Everything's fine. If you're angry about this, if you think that that's shitty, let me tell you things that I've seen the police do to people, and things that I've seen happen to protesters out there, getting run over by cars, getting denied medical care, all sorts of things. And it happens to communities of color every day. And now people are shocked because it happened to, me. Well, guess what? You need to give a shit when it happens to people that don't look like me too. So. Anyway, that's my statement for the day.
Wow.
I really killed the fucking mood.
No,
didn't I?
you didn't. I feel like the comedian in me is like, you get shoved, and I'm waiting for Stephanie Tanner to look up and go, how rude.
How rude, right. People, you know what's funny is I saw, people are like, oh, and putting it to a laugh track and stuff. I'm laughing.
What?
This shit's hilarious.
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah.
Here's the deep people are like, I wish it was harder. I'm like, oh, spoken like a true white cis male.
Oh, of course. Of course.
Literally, that's all it is.
The internet is just full of just trolls and trash.
I don't care. Whatever. It doesn't,
You got back up. You're a little bruised.
I got back up.
You're fine.
I kept going, and was out there with some other amazing people in the streets and fighting for, our rights and exercising our First Amendment rights. And people forget, they're like, you shouldn't protest in the streets. And I'm like, you do not even know the rights you have.
Right.
You're telling me how to use my First Amendment right, and you don't actually know that that's protected,
right,
under your First Amendment right of free speech and you can protest until things are, there's all kinds of stuff. There's legal observers, blah blah blah. So
I also love the idea of here's what you should have done, and then you could have been like, well, what did you do today?
Right, and I'm like, yeah. How was your day? Was it?
Yeah, how was hot yoga? Did you have fun? Was it good?
But I like I said, this is not at all about me. I'm so passionate about what I do.
I love
and if
that.
it takes me getting pushed down and people all of a sudden paying attention, fucking
it's
great.
visibility. You know,
exactly.
everyone's pissed. Everyone's angry. I am angry. I feel like, and I don't even have a uterus, and I'm pissed off because I know that the thing for me was just kind of I even said this on Instagram, and I'm very not. I usually post memes and clips or whatever, but I'm not here's my opinion on things really.
Right.
But
let me tell you, when you do that, you definitely open yourself up to
luckily,
a world of treasures.
Luckily, everyone kind of had my back, because I just feel like what I said was kind of passionate, because I'm just why do we even have a Supreme Court if we're making these decisions and then X amount of years go back and everyone's like, JK, let's just take this back. I'm like, so then why do you have a job for life?
Right.
Why do you get to keep your job forever? Because if this was anybody else, they'd be like, maybe you should be right. Sent away or fired.
We force other, old people into retirement. I'm not sure why we.
And it is scary because this could affect me later on, and it's we could be taking away gay rights now and just being like, oh no, a state's right to.
Right. Don't worry, you'll be over with us, and I'll probably be in the colonies though. Let's be real, I'm gonna be like that.
I'll be hanging in the square,
right? Yeah,
just
Although I do, one thing I do, I see, and just as a side note of education visibility, I see a lot of people always comparing it to *Handmaid's Tale*, and I just think we also need to stop and take consideration that this has been the experience of Black, Brown, and Indigenous people in this country for a very long time, is not having bodily autonomy. If you're disturbed by *Handmaid's Tale* and women being forced into motherhood, guess what, guys? That's what slavery was. So this is, I think people constantly being like, "Oh my God, I'm so horrified." You're like, "Yeah,
this has been going on for a while.
This is kind of an American tradition."
In the South in the 70s, and not even the 70s. I want to maybe even I know for a fact my grandparents. Mm-hmm. They got married at 15. My grandmother quit high school because she got pregnant. She was in 10th grade.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, and that was just well,
I guess that's
every baby's brought here from God.
Right.
And it's oh my God, Nana, what happened?
Right.
So yes, it is scary. Well, I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you're out there.
I'm good. I'm out there. It takes more than that to.
And get out there
Shut
and
me up.
fight. And what I really loved is that, like, I saw a lot of people on Facebook and Instagram just being like, you know what? If you need a place to stay, if you need medication.
Although they're now removing all of those from Facebook and Instagram.
Really?
They've removed all those posts. Yeah, all of it. Because I did a post. My friend, I have a friend, Jolly Good Ginger, which I don't know if you ever follow him on Instagram. He's white ex-army veteran, amazing dude, and he is from the South, raised by racists, and really does a lot of anti-racism work and talking to the white people about their racism problem. And anyway, he did a whole video of several different people, activists and people in the community, saying, you know, I will aid and abet abortion. And yeah, those are getting pulled down. You know, if you're offering to buy Plan B for people, those are getting pulled down because it's, you know, whatever, I don't know, drug trade across
drug trade,
whatever. No, fuck off with
is
all
that the new
too, right?
Is that the new like COVID like sticker that they're doing? Like, remember how that was like the warning on everything COVID related during the pandemic? Like,
what?
If remember, like if you like put on Instagram like mention COVID or something,
right.
sticker would be...
You know what's interestingly happening to me is
Tell me.
Is on Instagram today. I noticed that videos with my face on it have that safety warning and are blurred out. Not all of them, but more than
the sensitive content.
But yeah, but that aren't of the video of the thing. It's just like I did an IG live today with this woman Monique Melton, who's a Black author and educator, and people were reposting it in stories and reposting things, and they were all blurred out with content warnings, which means that Instagram is just filtering it to my face, probably, that I'm somehow, it's just me, I'm a content warning, which I am a content warning. I feel like that should be, my face should actually be blurred out in person, and people should be like, do I want to select this? Like, do I want to open this up?
Never in
and
a million,
be like, yeah, fuck you.
Never in a million years. I'm going back to like 7th grade Justin.
Seventh grade Justin.
Watching TGIF.
Did 7th grade Justin still have the hair though?
Yes.
Fuck
7th
yeah.
grade Justin had like the wedge. We called it the wedge.
Oh, no, I know. Yeah, but it was like
shaved
the
underneath.
Right.
Parted down the middle.
Yes.
Underneath.
Yes.
Yeah,
oh my God. I know that look.
Z Cavaricci's.
Fuck yeah. How old are you?
7th grade? Yeah,
No. I mean, how old are you right now?
Well,
I mean,
on this
sorry.
podcast,
On this podcast,
I am 25.
Okay,
yes.
got it. Right, you're 25. Well,
Yes.
I'm 40, bitch.
Yes. I'm a little older than you.
But I'm just thinking, like, okay, shaved head, that baggy pants,
Yes.
like yeah.
It was like the Z Cavaricci's. The shirt was the long shirt. Remember, it was like that weird like Looney
flannel.
Tunes.
Yes.
The
Oh my
Looney
God. Right.
Tunes with
Well,
the
all
clothes
of that
backwards.
shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
The hat
very
back.
crisscross.
Very crisscross. But like Friday night going into Saturday night Nickelodeon, I never would have imagined like watching like TGIF and being like, oh, here's Stephanie and Michelle, like, you know, Uncle Jesse and all the, and like knowing you guys, like I've met Stamos a couple times, you know, I've met Bob a couple times, but like seeing like, oh, well, one day.
Recently? No, I'm just sorry. Bob would appreciate that.
How rude.
Bob would appreciate that.
I would, but like seeing Stephanie Tanner being like, she's going to march one day and lead a legion of women, Lysistrata style.
Right, yeah. Look, Steph's a fucking powerful little lady. You know what I mean? That how rude it goes far. So
it's so wild. Yeah. I know. It's a crazy world we live in. Yeah. I was, even before we even did this, I was like, we were going through all the stories, and I was like, told our producer John, I was like, let's see if there's anything like light or fun. And he's like, no,
it's pretty much all fucking terrible.
So we're gonna change it up. I'm glad you're here.
Here's the thing.
Yes.
Luckily, I can laugh at terrible things, and I'm sure we found some light stories. If not,
for now.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. You're like, wait a minute, what?
What? What's
We're
just
gonna
happening?
turn real dark here.
Look,
John, pull all the stories from the dark web now.
You guys have no idea what you've invited in. It's like if a vampire knocks and you open the door.
Come on in.
You have no fucking idea. If you were to do that, like, first of all, we're all getting canceled. Second of all, like they're gonna be people just like their minds will melt.
Yeah, and the last thing you see is Madonna on TikTok. But speaking of TikTok, You were not on TikTok because
I
why?
am on TikTok.
Well, but you don't watch videos.
Okay, but I don't watch videos. I have a TikTok account that I started actually because my podcast partner, I told everyone when she got 10,000 followers I'd get TikTok. So I got TikTok. I posted like 2 videos and then I was like, I don't know how to fucking work this thing. I'm old. I'm impatient. I don't want to watch videos. I don't have time to listen to people's bullshit. I don't want to like I don't want to wait 30 seconds to get to the funny part. Like I just want to. She's
a woman of the world with a mission.
I have things to do.
Yeah.
No, I like Instagram was great because it was pictures. I'm basically like, let me see some pictures. Let me read a caption. Like that entertains me.
You love a collage.
Love a good collage. Give me a
vision board.
A layout. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to watch the videos. I don't want to watch the reels. This is taking too long.
You don't want to see like.
I don't want to see it. I don't want to have to listen to it in a room full of other people. Like that's really what it is I'm doing other things. Like I don't want to listen to headphones. I don't want to listen to other people.
Do you know what pisses me off more than anything on TikTok? There's several things, but the number one is like there's like groups, like singers.
Right.
And they do like music challenges for the like singing challenge from the 90s or whatever. And they'll listen to like songs from the 90s.
Right.
Like blatantly popular songs.
Oh, right.
And they're like, I don't know what this is. And I'm like,
my fiance actually loves watching. There's a show that's like whatever react, like people react. And it's introducing people to like completely new styles of music.
Oh.
And it's actually really interesting. Like getting young people to listen to like old school hip hop or like old school rock. And they're just like, Ozzy Osbourne's. I'm like, what is this?
Yeah. Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
I don't know if we ever did that as kids.
Yeah, we did.
We did?
Yeah. Because think about it. Well, for me anyway, the Doors, Jimi Hendrix, like
the Beach Boys,
I liked the Beach Boys. They were fine, but like for me, like that discovery of old music when I would go back and listen, like was definitely that 30-year prior, and that's what it is now. The 90s are 30 years prior.
Like back in the day, it was like, I'm going to listen to this old penny whistle boardwalk music. Like,
right, yeah.
I'm making soft body taffy for my lady.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Now it's like, the Macarena. I'm like, what?
Oh, God.
Baby Got Back.
Well, now,
I don't know what that is.
Now, what's hysterical is, so like that Lotto song with the...
Fantasy with Mariah?
Fantasy, right? That's exactly. It's not the Lotto song. It's Fantasy with Mariah Carey. But that's also covered. That was a cover. And I remember when I would hear that song and be like, I would think it was the original song. Yes. And then it was, no, this is Mariah Carey. Now I hear the song, I think it's Mariah Carey. And it's some other, I'm like, I can't. This is the third time I've been through this song. This is the third. I keep getting my hopes up for the original and it's not.
There's a guy on TikTok and I DM'd him. Okay. And I don't DM people on TikTok.
Okay.
But he does this thing where he's like, this song, and he'll play the video. I can't remember his name. He's bald. He's attractive. And he'll be like,
none of which is relevant necessarily,
no,
but
really.
just
but then he'll be like, this is sampled from this. And then he'll do like, which was sampled from this, which was sampled from this. And I'm like, I love what you're doing. I think that's such cool content.
Yeah.
So I love that. But like, I know. It's just like, everything's been sampled and resampled and all this stuff.
And we're old. And
we're old. But we still got it.
And I'm 50.
I'm 50. I know, we're almost Sally O'Malley. Like that's where we're at. But speaking of women who still got it, this is a trend that is cracking me up.
Okay.
Women who say they peaked in high school are sharing their pics for the quote glow down challenge. Now, if you've never heard of the glow down challenge, you're certainly not alone, but it appears the challenge, which originated on TikTok, of course, is here to stay. It involves women who believe they peaked in high school, posting before and after photos of themselves to demonstrate how dramatically they've changed. Now, it's worth stating that the definition of peak beauty is different for everyone, and physical appearance is far from the most critical thing in life. However, that being said, we applaud these women for their sense of humor and willingness to not take themselves seriously. Now, here is one. Wait, I actually want to read this quote real quick. It says, modern medicine and the wide pursuit of healthier living styles have enabled many older people to live longer and remain vigorous and productive in their old age. Yet in many Western countries, we shun, neglect, and sometimes abuse the old.
Wow.
Back to the shadows where you belong.
That really took a turn, and it felt so. It went from like, hey, stupid pictures to like, and then elderly abuse, and then it's like Midsummer. They're throwing like old people off of a fucking rock or something.
Sew them into a bear and light it on fire. Just,
that's my exit plan.
Yes.
Actually, that's my exit plan.
Mine is definitely just like
if
gasoline.
Shit gets any worse, find me a fucking bear.
But see, like this. Okay. Here's I appreciate these girls. First of all, why is it just girls?
Thank you. Thank you. Also, I'm actually impressed with the amount of people that are like, oh, I peaked in high school. Because I feel like usually the people that peaked in high school are the ones that are just still talking about how they're so awesome.
Yeah. Well, Jodie,
You know
I have to say something.
What? Did you peak in high school?
I'm still peaking.
Oh! Peek
I'm not done peeking.
Peek-a-boo.
Peek-a-boo-boo.
Peek-a-boo.
I'm not done. I'm not done peeking. And I think that's kind of, I mean, I don't know.
Or are you saying that you're high right now? I'm confused.
Oh, no, I'm not high right now. I wish.
So you're not peaking right now, but you're just peaking in general.
Because
you're on an upward climb.
I had my peak in high school.
As opposed to downward climb? I know that's a...
It's a steady climb. It's a Miley Cyrus song. Yeah.
Okay.
It's there, but like high school peak for me was like still awkward, but like cool. Like I could dance to Chumbawamba, you know? Like I did the Train by the Quad City DJs at prom. I had it. Oh God, I peaked. I just break down on my own podcast.
Oh God, it's happened. Yeah.
But I mean, then like in my 20s and my 30s, like it's a different peak. I don't think these are two different people, same person, but
also
you grow up.
I have hair and makeup on right now. I look better than I would when I wake up in the morning.
Yes.
And I feel like these pictures are like really, they're going for it, you know. And I think that's probably part of the joke is like, look at this and look at this. But I just want to say, like, look, it's, you know, not everybody looks cute when they wake up in the morning, and when you're 16, you do.
But also, we had 2 years of a fucking pandemic.
That shit aged me exponentially. Like it was like in the Princess Bride, like the life sucking machine. It was that, basically, right? Where they like cranked it up really high. Like Donald Trump was just like, wah, and it just was and that was.
And how did he not age? He was like,
well, because he is an alien in a skin suit.
Oh, like the Roach Man in Men in Black.
Yeah. I mean, obviously.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Right.
But I mean, like these girls, like. I have that song. I have Christina Aguilera's "Beautiful" in my head right now, and I also have that "You're Beautiful." That one. What was his name?
Oh, James Blunt.
James Blunt. She went from a woman in the woods to a woman on the couch.
Also, are we sure? Are they the same people? Yeah, I guess. I mean, yeah. Okay, marriage, PCOS, and what?
What's a PCOS?
I feel like we should know this.
Is it something cool? Is it
probably not? I feel like it's
people cosplay. Only piece of shit. No.
I don't.
I could help you out with that. That is polycystic ovary syndrome.
Yeah. See, I was gonna say it's not something cool. It's like a polycystic ovary syndrome. It's like really like awful. Yeah, it's not good.
Well, you look great.
Cool.
You look great. Keep it up.
Fantastic.
Keep it up, girl.
Fantastic.
And one kid later. So I definitely like. I like a good trend where people don't take themselves too seriously. Also, is this a sympathy factor for people to be like, you still got it, girl? Look, time becomes precious because it's running out. You therefore spend it more wisely. You don't waste time on harmful emotions or personal animosities. Okay. Like,
I do. I still waste time on personal animosities, but that's just a personal choice.
But how much time has passed? Like, this is what I want to know.
Look, if you want to get a picture of me when I was like 17 or something, yeah, we all look fucking better. We all did. That's what happens.
I was tight.
Yeah.
I was a hot
and like
stud
also
of a
that
twink.
angle is not cute. She's still cute.
Mm-hmm.
See, I feel like this is people not being fair to themselves. But also, if they're doing it in jest, then like fine. But let's not shame ourselves.
Don't shame yourself. That's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, you went from like a high school grad to like a.
She still looks like. Yeah, I mean, I don't get why
like a volleyball player.
Yes,
Well, I think we have two situations here. We have women who are probably doing this because it's the new trend on social media, so they like being involved and included in all that. And,
Okay.
And men are idiots who don't know they peaked in high school, so you'll never see one of these.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying. Like yeah, exactly. Okay. Okay, I feel that now.
Put a high school picture up of yourself. I never went.
I put a high school picture up of myself, and it's it's almost creepy because I don't look that much different.
You look exactly the same.
And people were like, "That what happened?" And I was like, "Wouldn't you like to know?" and I just left it vague and weird. No,
Weird and cryptic.
just weird.
That's
and
your
cryptic.
vibe.
That's what I like
just
to do.
weird cryptic vibe. All
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
well, let's salute these women on their glow ups.
Yes.
Or glow downs, rather. That's the glow down. Speaking of glow downs,
Dimming.
Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck. I don't know if you saw that they got into like a fender bender recently.
It was like at the car dealership. The kid got in the.
Wait, who?
Was it his
You said the
10-year-old
kid.
son?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did. We were talking about this on Daily Pop the other day. The 10-year-old kid got into the Lamborghini, and I mean, look, when my kids just happen to jump in Lamborghinis and back into people, it's just what the fuck? Like, who does that?
This is what I don't understand. So Ben Affleck's 10-year-old son,
If
Samuel.
my kid got in within 7 feet of a Lamborghini, I'd be like, stop. Don't touch it.
Right? Wouldn't you? I would immediately have diarrhea. Like, first of all, I don't have children, so I get it. But like, I would never. First of all, I would never drive a Lamborghini. I think that's what it is. I would never want to drive a Lamborghini just because I know how expensive it is.
Right.
But let alone be
right.
like, my 10-year-old son. Come in here and drive this Lamborghini. And also, are you parallel parking this Lamborghini? Like, what are you doing?
No, that's it. I think it was just on the lot. So the kid probably was like, oh, what does this button do? Blah. And like pushed. That's what it was, which is every fucking parent's worst nightmare. Like, literally worst nightmare where you're just like, oh my God. Like, talk about you break it, you buy it.
No, that's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
This car rents for $1,475 a day and costs $250,000 to buy. And then it went into reverse and hit a white BMW. So once this car gets hit, it takes the value down to nothing. I mean, it's like, okay, great. This is a dented Lamborghini. Nobody wants it anymore.
Was there any damage? I don't know that there was any damage to it. Was there?
I don't know. You know why? Because Jennifer Lopez got out. And mind you, she's in the back seat.
She's
Jennifer.
just like, right? And she's like, not my kid. That's not my kid. Right. And even when it is your kid, like, it's the other parent's kid. You're like, that's your kid.
Well, also Jennifer Lopez was like, I think she's like, hey guys, did you guys catch my halftime special on Netflix? Which was trash, by the way.
Oh, I didn't
It's
watch
just
it.
not good. It's just, we get it, girl. Me.
I didn't.
It's just like, I have to share the spotlight for the halftime show. And it's like, yeah.
Right.
She's like, because women can't do it. It's like, Jennifer, there's different acts each year that co-headline, and
Right.
that's just a thing. And like, just do it. It was a lot. It was a big like vanity project.
Okay.
There were some moments where we're like, okay, but then at the same time, you're just like, relax, J-Lo. But this employee from the dealership told the Post that the cars in their lot are parked lightly together. When the kid got into, where did it go?
Oh, there it is.
Hold. Okay. Pick
It
up
jerked
from there.
back and forth.
Yeah. When the kid got into the car, it jerked back and forth. We have a small lot and the cars are close. No one was injured and there were no hard feelings. Everybody was okay. They seemed happy and continued to browse, and they gladly welcomed Ben and Jennifer Lopez to come back. Affleck loves cars. We hope they come again. This was Jennifer Lopez with a small shank in the guy's back to be
Right. It
"This
was
is what
like,
you're gonna
everything's
say, you
fine.
son of a
Everything's fine. Right.
You know what you're not going to do?
See,
Get
well,
loud.
that's Ben right there. He's like, do you see that guy over there?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, I'm Jennifer Lopez. I will cut you.
Kate Bush.
Okay, are you watching Stranger Things?
So I watched the first 2 seasons of Stranger Things, and then I just completely, like, this is what I do. I commit to a show for like 2 seasons, and then like I have to wait a while, and then I get distracted, and then it's my television ADD. And then I forget to go back, and then I'm like, oh, it's been so long, I don't remember what the hell happened. And then it's like I go back and watch the first season, I'm like, who are these people?
Recaps.
So, I know, but no, it's like I literally like forget shit. Like I think I'm a little worried.
This is how I am. There's one show in particular that I'm like, you know what? I've stayed dedicated. I have watched every episode, and the new season premiered on Sunday.
Okay.
It's called Westworld.
I watched Westworld. I didn't stay committed though. Like I think I watched the first season and was like, oh,
it's so much. And I even tweeted about it today. I was like, are we still like obsessed with Westworld? Because I watched the first episode of the new season.
Right.
And I'm like, I don't know what's happening even after the recap.
Right.
And also, I don't know if the actors themselves know what's happening because
it's right.
Because I even watched the HBO like in this episode, this is what we did, and they're like, what's her name? The girl who plays Dolores.
Three names. Rachel. Evan Rachel Wood. Yep.
She's like, oh yeah, no, Dolores died last season, spoiler alert. But also like now this is Christine, and Christine makes the robots for that. I'm like, okay, I'm giving it another chance, one more episode. If not, I'm out. I can't do it.
Yeah, I got to the end and I was like, I don't know, there's so much happened.
But also at this point, I'm like, I welcome robots. I'm welcoming a robot takeover.
You don't watch Black Mirror, do you? Yeah, watch some Black Mirror, and then you're.
Yes, I love Black Mirror. Oh my God,
I love Black Mirror, but I don't like living in Black Mirror. That's the thing. Is I'm like, I don't. Yeah, it's great for entertainment, but when it's real life, I really would prefer that.
Do you have a favorite Black Mirror episode? You've seen them all.
You know what?
What?
The first Black Mirror episode is
with the pig. You like that one?
I think it only because it is such a statement.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh God, it's like Saw. It's those things of like, what would you do? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Would you rather, saw your arm off or like, whatever, pluck your eyeballs out with like horrible things that there's no good way out of this. But like that for me, I loved watching it, and then watching like at the end, it's just it was just crazy.
It reminds me of that scene in Seven with the guy who has to put the dick on.
Yes, exactly.
And
Like,
you're like,
you're like, oh my God, get out of my right. Yeah.
I like the light. Oh, wait, I loved.
I'm so glad we're keeping it light.
We are keeping it light because I loved Crocodile, which was the lady with the guinea pig who couldn't stop herself from killing people.
Right.
And San Junipero, hands down.
San Junipero is amazing. There was the one that was really creepy where like they were hunting the people.
The white bear. White bear?
White bear, yes. Or white rabbit or white bear.
Yes,
that's what it was. Yeah, that one was like that one.
And if you have not seen Black Mirror at all, it's like Twilight Zone, modern day Twilight Zone meets
MSNBC. No, meets
Fox News.
Well, that Fox News, no, but it's like
it's like a modern day Twilight Zone.
It's a modern day Twilight Zone, but a lot of their stuff is based on actual scientific things that are going on.
Yes.
Which is why when we're like, oh my God, wait, I saw this in Black Mirror, it's because they're like the robot dogs and things like that. They actually take a lot of their ideas from things that are in development that are kind of horrifying.
Yes.
That people aren't really paying attention to. And then people are like, oh my God, that's terrible. And then we're like, yeah, by the way, it's already here. So that's cool.
Do you remember when Trump won the election in 2016, they posted like, this is not an episode of Black Mirror.
Black Mirror,
this is
right,
real.
this is real.
Like that was from their account. And you're like, no!
No, right.
Well, here's something light. We're going to get back into it. See?
Let's do it.
Kate Bush, this song I have heard 9 million times today. We're running up that hill. It sets 3 chart records and hits the UK and I think the Billboard #1 spot.
Good for her.
And this is kind of an amazing story because Kate Bush has broken 3 UK chart records by hitting #1. It's #4 in the US on the Billboard Hot 100 singles chart. And the whole reason this is happening, this song was released in 1985.
The Stranger Things, right?
Stranger Things. I guess this is I'm on like episode 3 now of Stranger Things.
Right.
So Max, the character,
Yeah.
Sophie,
the redheaded girl, little skater girl, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's her name? She was in Taylor Swift, Sophie, the redhead girl. Yes.
Don't ask me.
I'm trying to keep up with the kids.
I couldn't pick a Hemsworth from a Pratt. Like I am. Don't. They're terrible.
So this song has broken all these records. Kate Bush is the oldest woman to top the singles chart, and her achievement of doing so after 37 years is the longest time a song has taken to get to number 1. It beats Wham!, whose Last Christmas did it in January of 2021. The song is also marked as the longest gap between number 1 singles, with 44 years elapsed since her debut, Wuthering Heights.
Wow.
This song is everywhere.
Yeah.
And like Kim Petras sampled it at Pride, like she sang it like this weekend.
Right.
It's because of the premiere of Stranger Things. The song, originally titled "A Deal with God" before her label rethought it, was Brit Bush's biggest stateside pop hit and her second biggest in the UK. It was in Big Little Lies.
Yeah.
It was on Showtime's Becoming a God in Central Florida, which is so funny. God,
I haven't watched that.
Kirsten Dunst was in it. So good.
Oh, okay.
And How to Get Away with Murder. And it was in the pilot of FX's Pose. But this is the one that shot it.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I have Sirius XM in the car, and it was like the number 1 song this week.
Right.
And it has like the hit station, and it's this. And
Could you try again?
No, we're good, Siri. Thank you.
Thanks. Thanks. The robot dogs are coming
Gosh, she's
now.
so nosy.
They're coming now.
I think this is why I was like, because A, it's not that familiar, and what we were talking about earlier with a sample of a song, because the way this starts off, this song, have you heard this song?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
The way it starts off, it has like The Weeknd vibes.
Yes.
It's very synthy.
Well, it's because The Weeknd has 1985 synth vibes.
Yes.
Is what it is.
Because that vintage style of like
Yeah.
underground house kind of
That weird
techno,
synthies. Yeah, exactly.
is back now. And so I think the kids, and I'm very excited that the kids are just very like, oh, this is cool. I like this.
Remember the
Yes, go in.
Remember the song that was popular recently on TikTok that was the flashing, what was it? Something lights. The flashing light, and there was the whole dance to it.
Ooh, I'm blinded by the lights.
Yeah. Oh, that's Weeknd, isn't it?
That's The Weeknd, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Oh, that's what we're talking about. Oh, never mind. See, I didn't know it was The Weeknd. Here's the best part is I did that whole thing with my kids, and I was like, oh my God, where did they find this song from? Where did they dig it up? And they're like, that's The Weeknd. And I was like,
Yeah.
I thought it was totally some 1980s song. I am a 1980s kid. I did the dance with my kids, and then I realized it was from The Weeknd.
There's so many amazing
That sound is very flash dance.
It's very flash dance. Yeah, it's very aha.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it's just kind of I think people are so desperate for a time that was...
It's that happy poppy sort of... But Kate Bush, look, if you don't know who Kate Bush is, she's fucking amazing. And if you know who Tori Amos is, if you're a 90s girl... Tori Amos was our 90s Kate Bush. Kate Bush was the 80s, but if you watch anything by Kate Bush or listen to her, you're like, wait, this is just Tori Amos. But it's, yeah.
But Tori, I think it went, weird chronological. So, okay, Kate Bush,
right?
Tori Amos, then I'm going to go Tori Amos, and then I'm going to go into Fiona Apple.
Yes.
Then I'm going to go into Fiona Apple, and I'm going to go to Imogen Heap.
Imogen Heap.
Say goodnight and go.
To Imogen Heap to Lana Del Rey.
Lana Del Rey to Florence and the Machine.
Yeah.
Florence and the Machine to...
Where are we now?
Where are we now?
What's her name? Phoebe Bridgers?
Phoebe Bridgers, yes. To Caroline Palachuk. Caroline Palachuk has a good...
I haven't heard her.
Oh,
stuff.
she's really cool. She opened for Dua Lipa.
Oh, okay.
I'll play her. We can't play it on here, but I'll send it to you, and you'll be like, "Oh yeah, great."
Ooh,
yeah,
okay,
very
okay.
synthy, really folky. We just did that.
Fuck yeah!
That was good.
Right?
All right.
Oh,
now back to sadness.
Okay.
I had jury duty today, and it was awful. And you know where I went and had lunch? At Subway, which they've rebranded. Subway has a new face. Subway got a facelift.
It got a facelift because they're making fucking food out of God knows what. What is their tuna?
It's delicious sawdust and cardboard. Okay?
It's particle board. It's really the leftovers they actually used to make furniture at IKEA. They press it into things, and then the leftovers of that they take and make Swedish meatballs out of.
Sure, but they have agua frescas now. They're so good. They have watermelon, cucumber, agua fresca. And I was like, vodka would be really good in this. And I'm like, I can't be drinking.
In IKEA?
No, at Subway. No, IKEA still has horse meatballs.
Oh,
They still
it's
have
better
that.
than just the horse balls.
Horse meatballs. It was just like, what? No thanks.
Okay.
But this Subway in Atlanta, this is how you know. I'm just like, good God, can we just not have anything nice anymore? This worker was
We
shot
can't even
dead.
have Subway. That's not even anything nice.
Eat at
That's
a
just
Subway. You can't even
What
eat at a
happened?
Subway. He was shot dead for putting too much mayonnaise on the sandwich.
Stop it.
Isn't that awful?
That's
I know.
I don't even like. Can we get off this ride? I want off the.
I know. I'm just like, you can't even just do your job anymore.
Also, I take this personally because I fucking love mayo.
Me
and like,
too.
I would have taken that extra mayo and dipped my fries in it. Like people didn't.
This
didn't need to happen.
like fries in the Netherlands, like a.
I've always dipped fries in mayos because it's
Oh,
delicious.
really?
Well, I have a confession to make.
Okay.
Okay, so there's a really gross. This is really gross. This is so. I'm so white. Like this is so white.
Okay. Raisins. Is it raisins? Does it involve raisins?
It does not involve
Okay,
raisins,
good.
but it involves mayonnaise.
Okay.
And it involves a spoon and a jar and me as a young child.
Oh no! Oh
I used
no!
to eat mayonnaise out of the jar.
You would eat it out of a jar, like mayonnaise.
Yeah,
Like soup.
just- like out of the mayonnaise thing, just a big like a serving spoon and just lick the mayonnaise.
Was there a specific mayonnaise,
Just out mayonnaise, just the taste of mayonnaise.
like a Kraft or like a Helms?
I mean, I don't know, whatever was popular in 1983 or 1985.
Miracle Whip.
Well, Miracle Whip is not mayonnaise.
It's not?
My dear. Miracle
I love
Whip.
how we're like, this guy was shot for not putting mayo on his sandwich. We ate mayonnaise out of a jar.
I'm trying to get away from that
Yeah,
because
I know.
it's such a horrible story
I
that
know,
I can't.
it's so awful.
There's nothing. I can't make fun of that because it just makes me want to fucking scream at gun violence
I
in this
know,
country.
I know.
And that I hate everyone and want it all to burn down. So I decided to make it about me eating mayo.
Perfect. I think that's a
Which
great
is
alternative.
really and that's just a statement of America. But I don't know. I just used to eat it but Miracle Whip is not mayo. Miracle Whip is sweeter than mayonnaise. Actually, when you make potato salad, if you use regular mayonnaise and put a little scoop of Miracle Whip in there, it makes it a little sweeter.
What? The whole time?
Look at Miracle Whip. It says dressing. It's dressing. It's not mayonnaise. But it's great on sandwiches because it does make it a little bit sweeter. But it has more sugar in it.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. See,
That's
just
insane.
Leave it to the whitest white girl you know to tell you the difference between Miracle Whip and mayonnaise.
The whole time.
The whole time. Had no idea.
You're like, don't get me started on mustard.
I fucking hate mustard.
You hate mustard?
Hate it.
I
Don't
hate
like it.
ketchup.
You know what? I don't have the ketchup I could kind of take either way. Mayo is like my favorite condiment. Ketchup is like, sure, if it's there. Great in combo with mayo. Mustard, no, not so much.
But I'm a Texas boy, so ranch. Ranch on everything.
All day,
for me.
ranch on everything. My cousins and I, when we were young, we used to have an idea that we were gonna start a restaurant called the Beer Ranch, where everything was gonna be beer battered and dipped in ranch.
Do that now?
Cousins are from Iowa.
That's
And
amazing.
We were like, yes, and that just says so much.
Yeah. Well,
Because I would still, to this day, you could just about deep fry anything in a beer batter and dip it in ranch, and I'd eat it.
I know, but there was a woman who was drowned
In a
for
vat
putting
of
too
ranch?
much ranch
Oh.
on pineapple pizza. Yeah. I'm just kidding. That hasn't happened yet. But it could be.
Yeah, but that's not.
But you could
but
lead
we're
it,
heading there.
Yeah, you could lead it
really
with
quick.
woman in Florida puts murder.
Women in
murder
Florida,
by,
right, drowned by alligator on a leash
at Hidden Valley Ranch
right.
store.
Right. Or woman falls in vat of ranch.
Ranch.
In Florida, woman falls in vat of ranch and then is attacked by crocodile that lives in there that nobody knew about because it's Florida.
Sign me up. And your way to go out, that's my way to go out. Falling in a vat of ranch. That's it. Yep.
I don't know though. Well,
In
like the
slow
Hershey, the people
motion.
that got stuck in the Hershey thing recently.
Yes.
That's first of all stuck.
Stuck?
Well,
Wait,
no, they got it wasn't like fucking Willy Wonka where the kid gets stuck in
but
the
that's
tube.
what they wanted us to think.
But they wanted us to think that. But no, it was, I guess somebody fell in the vat of chocolate.
Yeah.
That sounds.
Did they die?
I don't think so.
Ugh. Well, that's a bummer. But I mean, like Vat of Ranch, I could do that. In slow motion to the Kate Bush song. Yep.
Putting down that Hidden Valley Ranch.
That's it.
Right, yeah.
Bye. Goodbye. And then like sprinkle me on all of your toppings.
We'll turn you into croutons.
Please turn me into croutons. That's what I want. I don't want to be cremated. I want to be croutoned.
I want to be creamy ranched.
I want to be croutoned. Like, do you want to be buried or cremated or croutoned?
Crouton, please. Yes.
Always. All right. Here we have an article that is about to pop up. This is some joy that popped up on my timeline. Sarah Tiana sent this to me this morning. She says, Justin, Hocus Pocus 2, the trailer is released. The Sanderson sisters are back again. Now.
Am I going to have to leave if I make a confession?
You've never seen Hocus Pocus? You hate Hocus Pocus?
I've never seen it.
You've never seen Hocus Pocus?
My kids have watched it like a couple times, but I've never really paid attention and watched it. They used to watch it at my parents' house.
This came out in 1993. What were you doing in 1993 that you were so busy with?
Working. Yeah, I was 11. Well, I had a job. What the fuck were you doing?
Jodie, no time for movies.
Right.
God. Okay.
And I can't believe it because I love all things witchy and Halloween, and I don't know why I haven't seen Hocus Pocus.
Okay.
I think maybe I liked always the more creepy, scary stuff of Halloween.
Me too.
So like I was more Stephen King rather than
like Black Phone, which is coming. Have you seen Black Phone yet? I haven't seen it yet, but it's Stephen King's son wrote a short story called Black Phone, and it's like with Ethan Hawke, and it's like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. I can't wait. I'm reading It right now by Stephen King.
Oh God. So. It's a big book.
That's what she said.
And those are my preferred pronouns.
Big book?
It.
Okay, got it.
But you have, how many kids do you have? You two?
As far as I know.
You have 2 kids, yes.
No, 14 and 12.
14 and 12.
Yeah.
So that's good. So this comes out September 30th on Disney Plus.
Okay, yeah. My kids love Hocus Pocus. There we go. Double feature.
Watch Hocus Pocus first.
Right.
And then you guys can watch the sequel together for the first time.
And you know what? They'll probably shame me and be like, how have you not watched Hocus? Maybe, you know what? And I'll be honest, I've probably been in the room while all of Hocus Pocus has been on.
You just didn't know
while
it.
They were kids, and I was probably just like either napping or like on my phone, just like,
you're watching like Thackeray Binks as the cat, and you're like, are you watching Sabrina, the Teenage Witch?
Yeah.
Why is Salem on? They're like, no, Mom, it's a different talking black cat.
Right, yeah, exactly.
Oh, but it's so good. Let's see. It took 3 centuries. What, a phone? Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
It's okay.
No, you know what it is? It's there we go. It's all good.
Are we good? You good?
Everything's fine.
Okay.
Everything's fine. My purse is going to self-destruct in about 10 seconds, so.
We're in a bunker. It's perfect. All right.
Get the ranch.
Yeah. Oh. Gosh, just crouton me.
It puts the ranch on its skin.
Oh, my God. You just did a Buffalo Bill reference?
I'd fuck me.
I'd crouton me.
I'd dip me in ranch.
Yeah. I would dip me in ranch in a heartbeat. I think if I was to be a cannibal, I'd dip myself in ranch.
I mean, who wouldn't?
But here we have these bitches, these witches are coming back. Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy.
I mean, I love all of them, so.
It's so good. The trailer came out today. It's been released, giving a first taste of the wickedness to come. The sequel premieres on Disney Plus on September 30th, just in time for the Halloween season. This movie premiered in 1993. It bombed, by the way. It bombed in theaters, and it became an instant cult classic. These women, these witches were killed in Salem, Massachusetts. They were asleep for 300 years. They came back because the black flame candle was lit by a virgin with a full moon, all that kind of stuff. Max, this kid, and his sister, Thora Birch, Danny really bugged the shit out of me because she called breasts yabos, and I never understood what that meant. She was like, yeah, my yabos. Or like she talked about...
That's the writer interjecting something that they used to call it. And it's and
they're like, this is going to catch on, and no one got it. And to this day, 30 years later, I'm still pissed.
Right. They're making, it was a fetch moment.
It was a fetch moment, yes.
That didn't even fetch.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But Kenny Ortega directed the original, while Anne Fletcher will direct the sequel.
Okay.
They died at the end of the first movie. They have risen, this time facing off against 2 young girls who light the candle again. It includes Hannah Waddingham from Ted Lasso, Tony Hale, Sam Richardson, Doug Jones, Whitney Peake, and Drag Race Queens. Ginger Minge,
Love
Maura
it.
Hall, and Cornbread the Snack Jate.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited who are actually playing the Sanderson sisters at a drag Halloween show. Let's see. Hale of Arrested Development fame told Variety in December that he plays two characters in the film, an evil reverend and a mayor. We also have, I'm trying to think, the guy who played, what's his name? The guy with his, Billy? Is it?
Billy
no.
the Butcher.
Huh?
Billy the Butcher.
Billy the Butcher, is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the mouse suit, he's coming back too. So, you did make a reference about someone sucking the life out of
Princess
them.
Bride. Yeah.
Princess Bride. See, my reference is Winifred Sanders in Hocus Pocus, because that's what they do. In the trailer,
Got
she
it.
says, "Lock your kids up. We're back." So they give them this potion.
Right.
And they have Halloween night to like suck as many lives as the children of Salem to make them younger again.
Okay, got it.
Obviously, this is 30 years later. They're all a little older.
Right.
So I'm wondering if they're going to do like a CGI, like to make them look younger. Are we actually going to get any kids?
Or maybe it's gonna be like a joke that, you know what I mean, they've only been able to get so many.
But I mean, like, there's so much going on in the world with kids right now. I don't know if we can suck the life out of kids right now.
Well, I mean, it's the adrenochrome.
Huh?
The adrenochrome. That weird QAnon shit that they're whatever say that people suck out of children. I don't know.
What if the Sanderson sisters are in QAnon this
What
whole
if
time?
what if they're not in it? What if they are it?
Because I could definitely give you 3 other fucking witches that could be in QAnon right now that aren't the Sanderson sisters. But I'm very excited. It's going to be really, really fun. It's definitely a nice throwback. I feel like all the pictures that we got last year of them like filming it and stuff.
Yeah.
I think
This will be fun. It'll be fun. I'm excited
We've wanted it for
see
so
it.
long.
Okay.
We've wanted it for so long, and like it's here. I'm just really hoping that it's not like crap.
I am excited to see it, and
And you have to let me
have
know
a little
what
double
you
feature.
think. Yeah, you have a
Okay.
double feature. Now, I mentioned I'm from Texas. I love ranch. You all knew that. And my other Texas sister, Megan Thee Stallion, says that Texas
I'm
is embarrassing right now amid
Yes.
abortion laws.
yeah,
And I wanted to talk about this because she's not proud of her home state for its recent stance. She gave Texas a piece of her mind during her set at the Glastonbury Festival on Saturday, June 25th. I love that she used her platform to say what she said. And what she said was, now, y'all know it wouldn't be me if I didn't take a second to call out these stupid ass men. I mean, goddamn, what else you want? Texas really embarrassing me right now. Y'all know that's my home state. The rapper's comments come after the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, which made abortion a constitutional right in Texas. So we all know what all went down with that. During her set, Megan gave the thumbs down, which led the crowd to boo the restrictive legislation. She then said, and I want to have it on the record that the motherfucking hot girls and the hot boys do not support this bull that y'all campaigning for. That's what she does.
yeah.
Megan then led the crowd to chant, "My body, my motherfucking choice." Now, this is really fascinating to me because now all these artists are doing this. So we
Right.
had Olivia Rodrigo did this as well at her
Right.
concert. So we had Megan Thee Stallion do this at her concert as well. I feel like a whole bunch of women, entertainers, stars are saying no. And it gave me a flashback to the Dixie Chicks
Yep.
when George Bush,
They lost
everything. Everything. And
But now they're back, the chicks. Now they're the chicks.
they are the chicks now.
You know what I mean? Now they at least, but like to at least be able to make a record again. Like they were
Yeah.
like so ostracized.
Isn't that insane?
For speaking the truth.
Their First Amendment right, freedom of speech. They were like,
And
and
let me tell
what
you-
they said was, I'm embarrassed that the president of the United States is from Texas. And they said it in the UK.
Right.
That's what's
And
weird.
also like just thinking back now, the irony of like them complaining about cancel culture because it was pretty much the right that canceled them.
Who? Oh, Dixie Chicks?
Dixie Chicks, yes.
Wait, they
The right was like, oh my God, we're never. That's it. Burn the Dixie Chicks.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And and they are always the ones that are like, cancel culture is the worst thing ever. And we're like,
Oh, yeah.
y'all did this shit 20 years ago.
Yeah. Yes. I remember, and also Pink just recently did that too. Pink did, she was like, hey, if you support
sure.
this, don't listen to my music. And I'm like,
no, I tell people that
yes.
I've been telling people that for 3 years. They come on page, they're like, I don't want to hear this from you. I go, get the fuck off my page.
Yeah.
I go, because you're obviously not a fan of me. You're
Right.
a fan of a pretend version of me that you think. And I'm not going to keep my mouth shut on my page to make you more comfortable.
And I get it. Like, you know, I feel like as an entertainer, as a comedian, like I support women and I support people being able to do what the fuck they want to do. And it's like, it's so sad. And I'm glad that these artists, multiple artists, it's not just like, you know, the chicks or whatever. Because I remember living in Texas still, and they were like, grab your Dixie Chicks CDs and head on over to Walmart. We're going to bulldoze them.
We're going to have them in a pile.
Yeah,
right.
you're like, wait, what? And then, you know, I felt really bad because they just went on their new tour because they're touring again.
Right.
And they had to like cancel their tour in Indianapolis because Natalie she had allergies or something. And she's like, I'm sorry, I can't give you guys the show y'all want. We're going to reschedule. And I was like, no, Natalie. And I've met Natalie. I met Natalie at Fortune Feimster's wedding reception.
Okay.
And Fortune came up to me and was like, please don't embarrass me. And I was like,
I think I love Fortune Feimster. I've never met her, but I think she's hilarious.
She's really fun. And like the wedding reception was amazing. And then Natalie came over and I was just like, oh, because Dixie Chicks for me was like one of those. It was like one of those moments of like coming out for me.
You were like,
I was like,
anybody
Cowboy,
notice?
take me away.
Right. Got it.
And so just meeting Natalie, I was just kind of like, oh my God, you have no idea. Like my little Texas heart is just exploding.
Oh, that's amazing.
So, but yeah. But
Speaking of explosions
and embarrassing. Yeah. Okay, this Barbie movie is
Why did we need a fucking Barbie movie?
I was going to ask you the same thing.
I don't fucking care.
Mm-hmm.
I guess, nobody. Also, why?
Why what?
That, I can see, how are people wearing, I was going to say the same thing with Megan Thee Stallion, like the
leotards?
The leotard.
The bodysuits?
The real thin ones.
Mm-hmm. Where you can see everything?
Yeah, I don't need to. That's a lot of business. If I can measure the length of those,
you're putting the majora and labia majora.
Right. If I can see the menorah, then we're talking. It's
and that's not a Hanukkah reference.
No, it's not.
No. This movie, I think, I'm trying to remember who. If we could scroll down just a little bit, I want to see who. Yes, it's Greta Gerwig. Greta Gerwig's directing it.
Okay.
And she directed Wonder Woman and all that stuff, so it's very empowering. Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie gave fans another taste of what to expect fashion-wise in the upcoming Barbie movie, and it's a total 80s dream. Wearing matching neon rollerblades with coordinating elbow and knee pads, the Barbie and Ken duo skated around Venice Beach, and I was just there on Sunday, as they filmed the new flick set to be released in 2023. She looked like Margot Robbie looked every inch like the real life Barbie, is sported by a hot pink bike shorts under a multicolored swirl print tiny leotard, labia majora not included.
Right,
for
that's
her
actually the label.
date.
That's the label that makes those leotards is labia majora.
But I mean, have you seen the pictures of her in the car and the convertible?
It's all super cute, but also I was talking about this today on E, where we were saying like we've seen so many pictures now.
You don't need to see the movie now.
I don't need to see the movie. That's all anyone's going to see the movie for, probably anyway. You know what I mean? Look, my kids used to watch Barbie in the Dream House or Barbie Life in the Dream House, that cartoon.
Was that animated? Yes.
It was an animated cartoon, and it's actually kind of funny, and there's some like subversive kind of inappropriate dark humor that I loved. So I was like, oh, fine, I get that. I don't know if it's going to be based on that. I'm not sure what the thing is, but like, I don't know. I don't need to know. Anything really about Barbie and Ken. I don't know why we're having a movie dedicated to.
That's what I kind of wonder. But
you know
here's, I will go because this is what I think. I'm not mad at Margot Robbie being Barbie. Ryan Gosling is Ken.
Are you mad it wasn't you?
A little bit. No, I'm not mad it wasn't me.
But that's the thing. See, that's the thing is like the hair that they gave Ken, that's not Ken hair. That's Ken hair.
I have Ken hair, you guys. Let it be known.
That is fucking Ken hair. It's got that right there. It's the little swoopy swoop. Yeah. And it's not the white, but it's like you, I just feel like you actually look way more like Ken.
Oh my God. Thank you so much.
No, I'm not even kidding though. Now that I'm looking at you, like you really, like you could definitely
go. Barbie?
Yeah,
like that's
yes! stoplights for you right now.
You want to go for a ride?
Oh my God. See, I'd watch that movie in a fucking heartbeat.
Yes, I know. But Ken's got a dark secret. I'm into dick. And I don't even have one.
Right.
See?
Right?
And that's where we go. Every child
again,
is like,
that's the movie I'd watch.
Yeah.
Right.
Ken, is there something you want to say?
Right.
Well,
I mean, your voice is awfully deep for your anatomy.
That's
I'm just
true.
going to say.
Skipper and I are going to drag brunch. I was like, okay, Ryan Gosling, but that's what I kind of want the story. Like, I'm like, are we going to get Skipper? Are we going to get, do you remember Skipper? Skipper was like the sister who just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Because Barbie didn't have parents.
Right? What happened to Barbie's parents?
She was immaculately
conceived. Concepted.
She was a miracle.
She was immaculately conceived.
She was immaculately conceived. Barbie is a Christian woman.
Right. Don't you dare put that on her.
Yeah, she was put into this world.
That's why Ken doesn't have a dick.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because God forbid
Yeah.
they could do the thing.
Oh, God. But I wonder if they're going to make a joke about that because I feel like every child, boy or girl who played with Barbies would try and make them kiss and do all that stuff.
Of course, if your mom never was horrified by walking in on your Barbies together in a 69,
Nude,
then,
yeah.
then I don't know what you were doing.
you even a child?
Were you
growing
a
up?
child? If you ever bought your Barbie dolls like this and your mom was like, what are you doing? Then you weren't really playing with your Barbie and Ken. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, let's think otherwise. Okay, so we have a live action Barbie film happening. What other live action? If you don't want Barbie, you don't want Barbie. You said it very adamantly at the beginning of this.
Quints. Do you remember Quints?
Quints?
Quints. Quintuplets. They were these little dolls. Oh my God.
No, can you pull up Quints? Is it with a Z? Was it a Z?
I don't think so. I think it was Quints. But they were like little dolls. And I think we need live action those. Or
Quints.
wait, yeah. No, is that it?
Ew.
Yes.
Ew.
No, not the live. They already did it. My idea's gone. They already did a live action.
Do Quints toys.
Quints dolls. Yeah.
Quints doll, yeah.
Yeah. See,
Those
that's
things?
it. That's it. I just tried to think of the
Vintage
most absurd
1990
thing I could think.
Quints. God, that sounds familiar.
Look at the things that we played with. That was it. We were so
Terrifying.
entertained by 5 of the same doll.
Just 5 baby dolls.
But they were this big.
And what did you do with them?
We
We don't want to know. Oh, you don't want to
I'm
know.
just kidding.
We don't have time.
No, I don't know. You did whatever the kids did with fucking little tiny plastic things. You gave them pretend bottles and put them in a giant,
Terrifying.
stroller.
I remember Polly Pocket. I remember
Yeah.
Street Sharks. Do you remember those? The Street Sharks?
the shoes?
They were like the crime fighting sharks. They were like a cartoon.
No.
Thundercats. There was like
Thundercats. Go Gadget Arms. Fucking
yes.
Mr. Gadget.
Yep.
Inspector Gadget.
Inspector Gadget. There was Stretch Armstrong. Yeah, the Street Sharks.
Wait, do you guys want to see something terrifying that
Yes.
I found when I was back in New York and with all the stuff that goes on with the police? Do you remember any of the Police Academy toys?
Yeah. Wait, the toys?
Yeah.
That sounds very familiar. Mm-hmm. Police Academy
toys. I feel like this is not going to go well. This hasn't aged well. Police Academy toy handcuffs.
Yeah, they were like some white guy's hands that you were supposed to use as handcuffs.
Oh, okay. Oh, got it. Oh, yeah. That's so the
That's weird.
The handcuffs were actual white man's
They were
hands.
actual hands, yeah.
Got
it.
it.
Was terrifying.
Sure. Wow.
I mean, considering that they're white, I mean, I feel like this could have been made exponentially worse by a lot lot
Oh, yeah, for sure. But that's how,
but
there it is, the packaging. Wow, that's insane.
creepy.
See,
that's just creepy. Like, what?
I liked Popples. Popples were fun.
No, wait. Oh, I see the hands. Oh,
Yes, the
yeah.
hand- the hand goes around the
Never
wrist.
mind.
Yeah.
This is all. It is as
Canceled.
creepy. It is as creepy as I thought it was. It's
Yep.
actually even worse. Popples. I fucking love Popples.
I loved
oh my
Popples
god.
too. And do you remember what's the what were they called? They were like the hybrid mutant cartoons after Gummy Bears on Disney. There was like a hippopotamus bumblebee.
Pogs. Yes, we got
Pogs.
banned from Pogs in my middle school because I was betting on them.
Wait, Wuzzles. I think they're called the Wuzzles.
The Wuzzles. Yeah.
Was that it?
I think it was the Wuzzles.
Yes!
Yes. Oh my God.
Yes, there was
Right?
Bumble Lion and
Yeah.
yes, Hip and
Oh, I haven't thought about the Wuzzles in forever.
The Wuzzles were way fun. That's a reboot we need to do. I would love
live-action
to be a
Wuzzle?
voiceover. Yeah, just a mutant bumblebee lion coming at you.
Oh, I would do it.
Put it on
Yes.
Nature is Metal and be like,
I would be the weird like otter moose thing.
Yeah, that's a moose seal. He's a seal moose.
Oh, a moose seal.
A moose seal. Yeah. And then,
if there was a way we could tie moose seal into an Arrested Development joke, I would. You have no idea how happy that would make me. Moose seal the Lucille.
see, we have to.
She's moose seal the Lucille.
Moose seal ball.
Moose seal ball.
Yeah, so she's an actress in the 50s, just with her Puerto Rican lover.
Oh, perfect.
But I think this is so funny because they're doing a live action film of Winnie the Pooh, and it's a horror film. It's happening. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And it's going to be like a nightmare. And they end up
I mean, I do love Winnie the Pooh, but they're making it a horror film.
They're making a horror film.
Well, yeah.
Like
I mean, a live action Winnie the Pooh would have to be a horror film.
Yes, and here it is.
That would be weird.
It's like very Strangers meets like,
It's very, like,
It's called Blood and Honey.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's giving me, the
Strangers with Liv Tyler?
I haven't seen that. No, I'm not. I'm trying to think what it is. There's something else that has nothing. It's not a horror movie, but just like a thing that I've seen that's like a terrifying.
New York Minute?
No, it looks like that band. That
Right.
It Takes Two?
It takes. Right. I mean, I wonder if this movie will be able to air in China because isn't Winnie the Pooh like outlawed there because
he doesn't
Xi
wear
Jinping.
pants.
But Xi Jinping doesn't wear pants?
Oh,
no, it's because they say that the president of China looks like Winnie the Pooh.
Oh God, relax, everyone.
No. But that's in China. They won't allow it because people be making
like
fun of Xi Jinping, whatever. But I wonder, oh my God, Chuck E. Cheese horrors. I'm so sorry I interrupted my own conversation with.
No, I mean, this is what I love because as a kid, I had Showbiz Pizza. I didn't have Chuck E. Cheese.
It was the same thing,
It
basically.
was, though?
Well, I mean, look, they just put different skins on the animatronics and that's it. Like,
But have you seen the what's it called? The
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Five Nights at Freddy's, and
yes.
it's all yes.
Is that a movie? I need to watch that.
No, it might be now, but Five Nights at Freddy's started out as a game. My kids would play it, and it was like all these terrifying, weird creatures, and you had to like get out. That shit scared me though. They showed me, and I was like, ah!
Yeah. And that was on TikTok too. There was a Five Nights at Freddy's like, "Hi kids, nice to meet you."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I want to eat you
super
or whatever.
creepy. Yeah.
I love this. So I'm glad we could go. This is actually the live action I would want, like Five Nights at Freddy's,
right?
Like Showbiz Pizza. Because also another pinnacle.
A night at Showbiz Pizza.
Of me coming out was the little mouse who was a cheerleader. I loved her. She would just be up there and just with her pom poms.
Have you ever seen the videos of the ones where it's like the Chuck E. Cheese, like, and the animatronics like broken or something?
Terrifying.
And they're so scary.
Like the gorilla who plays the drums and like his eyes are just red.
Like red. Yeah. Oh, so scary. Thing of nightmares.
Yeah,
you know what? They should do like a Universal, like a Horror Nights maze of something like that.
Well done.
Right?
Well done.
If anyone out there is listening, I am a huge Horror Nights fan. I think this.
Me too.
Oh my God!
We have to go. Can we go this year?
Okay, we can go this year.
I didn't go last year because it was all the same shit.
Exactly. Well, I haven't gone the last couple years because of the fucking pandemic.
Right.
But I used to plan a thing every year, like 16 of us. There's a group of us from some of our execs from Netflix and some of the cast from the show and other friends. I would put together a thing. We go to the Smokehouse for dinner. We go to Universal Horror Nights. It's a whole deal.
VIP.
It's amazing. But I am obsessed. So I feel like
they have to do a Black Phone one too. Like they have to do the Stephen King one.
Can you like? But
'cause that's also
a
Blumhouse.
Five Nights at Freddy's sort of moment would be terrifying.
God, I know there were some good mazes. Oh, I love that you love Halloween. That's great.
I'm obsessed with Halloween.
Good.
Love. It's my favorite time of the year.
Me too. And this next
I celebrate.
story.
That's why I celebrate. I have to leave the class when I celebrate Halloween or whatever. Didn't we? Wasn't that?
The girl at jury duty. I'll have to talk about that when I'm not done. When I'm officially done. It's a great story. Or you'll have to hear me talk about it on stage because this bitch. Anyways,
this shit happens on subways all the time.
Yes, and this is terrifying to me. Yes, this story came out yesterday.
Why you never have it set to accept everyone? Not if you're in the subway. You will get wiener pictures all the time.
So this man, he sent his photos of his penis to horrified passengers on a flight for fun. Now, this man admitted that he had sent the pictures out to shocked passengers flying on a packed Southwest Airlines flight.
I'd expect this of Spirit, but I feel like a little better for. Although actually,
we're not here to we're not shaming planes.
No, Spirit Airlines would actually charge you though. For the dick pics. They'd be like, "Oh wait, you saw a dick? That's going to be $9.99."
Southwest would be like, "More peanuts," and he's like, "Did you say peanuts? No, peanuts,
right.
Peanuts. Oh God, no peanuts, please, sir, no."
Oh my God, get your dick out of the peanuts.
And he's in the middle seat, I think. So this man was arrested after he sent pictures of his penis to fellow passengers via airdrop on a 3-hour flight. One passenger exposed
a 3-hour flight. That's right?
Yeah.
Did he send it in the last 15 minutes?
No, I think he did it right at the beginning because this video, we could actually play the video, but hold on. This passenger posted this on TikTok.
Is it this old fucking white dude?
Yes.
Fuck you,
Yes.
bro.
Yes.
Oh my God, I hate him right now.
Heading from Detroit to Denver on a
Gross.
Southwest Airlines flight, the TikToker dressed the man as Larry, which, okay, pick that name.
Right.
Meet Larry, who just airdropped a whole flight photos of his dick. Thankfully, I accepted it, saw who was sending it, and spoke up. And, so here's the TikTok. It says, meet Larry, who just airdropped a whole flight photos of his pee-pee. Thankfully, I accepted it, saw who was sending it, and immediately started speaking up. Stay tuned for the police escort.
Oh my
now,
God.
He honestly,
I would love to do that. I would not love to get an unsolicited dick pic, but I would love to just shame the fuck out of some old
when
man
you're
like
sitting
that.
right next to him?
I'd be like, oh, you messed with the wrong motherfucker today. Snakes on a plane, though. That's all I can think of.
It blows my mind. So the hostess just said, she goes, "Are you Larry? Okay, why are you doing that?" The white-haired man nods his head and confirms his name before explaining he was just having some fun.
But that's what all white guys do when you go, why would you do that horrific thing? I was just having some fun.
But here's what's even grosser, because he airdropped this to kids with phones.
Oh, buddy. Oh, yes. Not only are you a fucking asshole, you're a disgusting...
that turns you into a whole
new
other
kind
thing,
of pedophile.
another monster.
Oh, I'm so glad that this happened to him. I do. The Schadenfreude of this is really, I'm enjoying.
I can't...
People...
I don't know what the fuck went through your head? Why is everyone insane?
We can't handle ourselves. We can't handle ourselves. We have our brains and our behavior have not evolved with the access to technology that we have. We are incapable of controlling ourselves with the ability to do stupid shit.
I don't.
We really, really. Oh God! See, I almost knocked that over.
Oh, it's okay.
But we really we just can't. We can't fucking do this. We are little monkeys with phones that are just throwing our shit everywhere.
It blows my mind because I'm just like, A, I want to know if he has a wife. B, I'm as a man, I'm just like I've had, okay, here's a story. I've actually gone to an audition with my iPad, which I got rid of after this because it was so shocking. And I watched porn on my iPad like the night before.
Right,
Went
as
to an
one
audition. The iPad was in my bag, and you hear like, "Oh yeah, fuck me, daddy." And I'm just like, "Oh my god," and I said that like it came at like my butt.
Oh my god!
Yes, I went, "Oh god," and like everyone looked over at me, and I was just like, "Ha ha ha!" My friend sent
it's my
me
ringtone.
My friend. My friend sent me that, and it's wild, isn't it? Wow. And everyone was like, "No, your porn went off." I've actually had it like a friend will be like, "Look at this picture," and I'll have it like in my internet, and then I'll be at a movie theater and I'll pull it up and I'm like, "Oh god!" Like,
so I have my friend Alec Mappa.
Yeah, I love Alec.
I love Alec.
Yes.
He is a friend. I just did a movie with him during the pandemic actually, and. Oh my God, I fucking love him. We immediately bonded because we're both sick, dark motherfuckers.
Yes.
And I know if I get a text from Alec,
it's going to be
you can't open it around other people.
Right.
Like he sent me one on Easter. That was
which you can't share to the world.
And I was at my parents', right? And it's just and it's a dude literally shitting out Easter eggs.
Oh, I
on his
know
living
that
room
guy.
floor. Right, yeah. But there was, songs and there was things happening with. He was talking about it. He was like, and I was like, oh my God, and I started playing it, and I've just learned now there are things that he will send me that are so hilariously funny and both disgusting, like baby men people in like just
Baby men people. Wow.
like the guys that are into like the diapers and the bottles and the
I there was a guy that I when I first moved to LA that I need to clarify this story real quick. I went on a date with this guy and he told me, he's like, so I'm kind of into like being like hazed, like I wear diapers and I want you to like come. And I was like, get out.
Well,
I don't have time for this. I'm from the
I'm
South.
not here to kink shame anyone.
Yeah.
I'm all like, let your freak flag fly. Don't let your freak flag fly.
Did you say the
I meant
fag
freak.
word?
I meant flag.
Jodie Sweetin called me a fag on my own podcast. Hashtag cancel her. Hashtag not my Jodie Sweetin.
This is it. There goes my status as a potential gay icon. Which is
Hashtag
really,
not my ally.
that's just really like my only goal. I'm like, I just want to die. Like, I just want to become a gay icon like B. Arthur. Like, that's it. That's all I want.
You are.
Yes. Anyway, I'm not here to kink shame anyone.
No.
Just for me, it's a thing. It's cool, but it's also just an unexpected text message to receive when there is like audio to go along with it and that you can't open around your family.
Yeah, as someone
Again,
who like,
why I don't like videos.
yeah, that's a good one. That's
Yeah.
a good reason. And also, as someone who just said, "Hey, you can cover me in ranch," who am I to kink shame? But
Thank
I will
you very
say,
much.
This
but
piece
you
of
can
shit,
cover me in ranch, but
Cover
just
me in
don't put it
ranch.
in your diaper.
Ooh, a ranch-filled diaper, I would. But this piece of shit, burn in hell.
Fuck this guy. Fuck you, buddy.
Yeah, there was a child who was sent this photo but didn't approve the airdrop. His dad was ready to fight. That's a good dad right there.
I would have beat the. Oh boy.
I mean, I thought I was just being funny. Who wants to see my dick? God.
Ew.
So yeah.
Yeah, Dad was ready to fight outside. Yeah.
All yeah.
I really hope terrible things happen to you, Larry. I have zero fucking compassion or patience for you.
I mean, yeah, it's just like, oh, I'm sorry. It's like these people on the planes who are getting duct taped to their seats because they're like, oh, I just wanted some air, so I just opened the fucking hatch. And you're like, what are you doing?
Right, right. Or the people that just get out of control and then and you're like, that's why you get duct taped to your seat. Like, I don't want to hear you complain. If you're going to be a fucking wild person on a plane,
We're going to have to do mental health
seat.
checks. And you're also ruining happy hour for the rest of us on the plane.
Right?
You're like, oh, I can't have alcohol on this 4-hour flight?
They
Great.
just started serving it again now,
I know,
right?
and I'm
I mean, I
waiting-
don't drink, so it didn't really matter to me, but I was like, for everyone else's well-being, I was like, I don't think anyone needs alcohol right now.
I don't drink at all either. That didn't work. I tried to lie.
You're not drinking at all in this moment.
In
is
this
what you're
moment.
saying. Right.
I'm doing really well. But this is, I like this because as someone from Texas, I have a lot of respect for this business. It's called HEB. Mm-hmm. It's like our Albertsons, like our big Trader Joe's.
Yeah, HEB, yep.
It's by the owned by the Butt family.
Yep.
That's their names, the
Yep.
Butt family.
My mom lived down the street from a family with the last name
Butts?
Butt. Not with the Butts, yeah. But
just hanging out Christmas with the Butts.
But not, I don't think they owned
No.
HEB because that wasn't where my mom was living.
HEB is like the only grocery store. It's kind of amazing. Like they have everything you want and more. They're
Right.
so creative with their like products. It's so good. Like
love
I actually have people who listen to this podcast and previous podcasts that I'm on that have sent me care packages from HEB that are just
Amazing.
like la, 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 la.
Now, do you call it HEB or is it HEB?
It's HEB.
HEB. Okay.
HEB. And they have HEB like mega stores.
Okay.
Like there's like
Right.
normal HEB and then
And then there's like,
you know.
right.
But this kind of touched my heart at the end of the podcast. The Uvalde students and staff are not returning to Robb Elementary School after the deadly shooting. And HEB, which opened their first location outside of Uvalde, has decided that they were going to bulldoze Robb Elementary School and rebuild a new school on top.
Awesome.
Yeah. So they donated all of this money from their business, HEB, and they said that we are going to, we're working through plans on how to serve students on other campuses, and we'll provide the information as soon as it's finalized. We're working with the agencies to help identify improvements on the new campus as well, because a lot of the Republicans were like,
It's
well,
doors.
we just need a heavier door.
Right. Or only one.
Or just one door in the whole school.
Oh my God.
So the teacher, so we obviously know the horrifying, tragic story of what happened in Uvalde, and HEB said, you know what, they've closed it down. The school is no longer going to be there. I'm sure they're going to figure out where to take the students to the nearest district or whatever. But I do think this is good. I think this is good on HEB.
Thank you, HEB, for stepping in and doing this and honoring those kids and fuck the people in Texas that are not doing anything. And
the
Democrats
all of them?
And the Democrats and it's just I'm really disappointed. Not surprised, but just disappointed.
Yeah.
But at least this, we're seeing some people step up and step in and really try and do, something good.
There are leaders who are coming up and being like, you know what? It's because when I moved out here, I remember getting so much shit because Bush was in office, and I had my accent from living in Texas.
Right,
and people were like, "Where are you from?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm from Texas," and they're like, "Ugh," and I got so much hate for it. And I'm like, "Okay," but now I'm like, "Well, shit!" I'm from Texas. Right. And it's crazy when, I'm on stage or something and someone's like, "Oh, I'm from Texas. Woo!" And I'm like, "Don't woo right now."
You're like, not
you can't woo right now. I get Texas pride. I love being from Texas, but I feel like as someone who can relate to Megan Thee Stallion, you're just kind of like, guys, come on. It's just it's just heartbreaking. But we have one more story, and I want to talk about the late, great Bob Saget with you because you obviously spent all of your childhood with him.
All of my childhood, yes.
And we all know what a wonderful, amazing comedian, person, friend he was. You were here right after he passed away.
Yeah, it was, I want to say maybe I don't know if it was the day of his memorial or the night or the night before or something. We were here just for us. It was a small group of us, just kind of family and friends. John Mayer had put it together. It was upstairs in the belly room, and it was John Mayer, Jeff Ross, Chappelle, and his kids and the Full House family and just close friends. And it was, nobody had phones. Nobody had, it wasn't, what Mike Binder just recently did the great special that they did in the main room down here with Jim Carrey and Chris Rock and everybody. But this was just a very intimate, private, small thing for friends and family. And it was, it was a really special moment. And I'm glad I got to be here. Actually, walking down, I walked right in and there was Bob's picture.
Yeah.
I was like, "Hi, Bob."
Yeah. Was the air conditioning on?
In the belly room?
Yeah.
Probably not. No. I mean, but it couldn't be any hotter than it is in here right now.
It is a little warm.
It's a little swampy.
You said something before we go that you saw Mary-Kate and Ashley, who you haven't seen in how many years?
God, it had been, well, let's see. It had been probably 15 years since I'd seen them.
That's insane.
It's been a really long time. And it was, nothing would have made Bob happier than to know that all of us finally were all back in the same room and giving each other hugs and there to celebrate and laughing together and celebrating someone that we all love very much. I wish he could have been here to see it, but
he was here.
But I know that it made. I know that was something that was really important to him, and so it was great to have that happen. And I missed seeing them. It was great to hug them and see their faces. They're a huge part of my life. So
and one last question.
Yes.
Are we getting another Full House spinoff? Are we getting Fullest House?
Yes, but it's just me in my garage.
Oh,
so I don't know. I'm trying to. It's Fullest House because Stephanie's become a hoarder.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. That's what I was. That's right. Post COVID
with Jimmy Gibbler, who's so fucking hot.
And Adam Hagenboo is such a doll. He's so hilarious and so funny. I love him. But yeah, that's what it's just, I'm just going to make just shoot on my iPhone and,
just Stephanie Tanner as a hoarder.
As a hoarder. Yeah.
I'm down for that.
There's nothing in the plans right now. I think maybe we'll wait another 20 years until people want to see it again. And then we'll see what happens and do our dream is to do a Golden Girls reunion, but we'll see how things pan out over the next 20 years. I don't know if, I don't know what will happen in the next 20 years.
You'd be surprised.
Right? I could be, not living in this country. No. I
Keeps running up that hill.
and then the ranch. Right, yeah.
Oh, well, Jodie, it was so wonderful having you.
So
Thank
great
you
to be
so
here.
much.
Absolutely.
I'm glad to see you and meet you in person.
Yeah.
Because I feel like the last
We've
time
met.
we've met on we met
Was it only through Glitter and Garbage
the Zoom,
on the
yeah.
Zoom?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've met you at Ben Gleib's house.
No.
Or at something with Justine.
No. It was I think it was the
Really?
the
I've
Zoom.
only ever seen your cute little Ken face.
Just here.
Just here.
Right in person. Or on
Aw.
a Zoom call. But
Really?
It's good to have you.
Oh, well, it's so good to see you.
Yeah, so we'll have you back next time.
Anytime.
And you guys make sure to follow Jodie and stay safe, stay smart.
I don't know. Stay stupid and stay dangerous. Maybe. Whatever.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it. It's just running down that hill.
I mean, that's what the Just Sayers do.
Yeah,
You guys, we'll see you
exactly.
next time on Just Saying with Justin Martindale. Y'all take care.
Bye.